Greetings and welcome to the Introduction to Astronomy. In this week's Misconception in Astronomy, we are going to talk about stars and galaxies and find out if we can ever know what they look like right now. So let's go ahead and get started. So can we know what any astronomical object looks like right now? And the answer is definitely no. The reason is that light travels at a finite speed. And that means that it takes time for the light from an object to reach us. Now, normally here on Earth, that doesn't matter because the distances are so short relative to the speed of light. But astronomical distances are vast, that it takes time for light to reach us. Now, one way we can understand that is with the light year, which is a term you may have heard used, and it is defined to be the distance that light travels in 1 year. So regardless of it having time in its name, it is not a measure of time, but is a measure of distance. So an object at a distance of 1 light year from Earth means it took the light 1 year to get to us. So we see it not as it is right now, but as it was 1 year ago. And this can get bigger and bigger as we look farther out into space. So we can look at a few examples, one being a nearby star known as Alpha Centauri, which is 4.3 light years away. We see it not as it is right now, but as it was 4 years ago. So as I record this towards the end of 2025, they would be seeing us 4 years ago in the summer of 2021. They cannot know anything about us after that because light has not yet had time to travel and reach them at that distance. Now, if we go further out, we have the Orion Nebula, which is 1,340 light years away. What does it look like right now? Well, just like Alpha Centauri, it probably looks exactly the same because these objects don't change on those kind of time frames. So, unlikely that Orion Nebula has changed drastically in that time, but we want to know for sure, we have to wait 1,340 years for the light that is leaving Orion right now to reach us here on Earth. Even farther away is the Andromeda Galaxy at 2.5 million light years away. Again, galaxies don't change much on that kind of time scale, so likely Andromeda still looks the same now as it does in the images that we see. So the light that's leaving it right now is probably not very different. However, there probably are supernovae that have gone off, in fact, many of them that have gone off in Andromeda that we don't know about yet because there has not been enough time for the light to travel here to Earth to reach us. So we are still waiting for that information. As we go even farther out, the most distant galaxy pictured here, at least as of the time of my recording of this, is 13.787 billion light years away. Now, here, a very tiny galaxy, but this is the most distant one known. This one likely has changed. Galaxies do evolve over many billions of years. They collide and coalesce with other galaxies. So this galaxy likely looks absolutely nothing like the image that we see right now. What does it look like today? Well, we've got to wait nearly 14 billion years for the light to get to us. So the key is here that really that's what we see. We can't see anything as it is right now, but most astronomical objects generally do not change in these kind of time scales. For most of the stars and nebulae and galaxies that we look at, they really change on much longer times. So what we see is still likely close to what the objects look like right now. So let's go ahead and finish up with our summary. And what we've looked at today was that we can never know what an astronomical object, any one of them, looks like right now. This is because light travels at a finite speed, so we always see objects as they were days, weeks, months, years ago, or even longer, depending on their distance from Earth. So that concludes this week's Misconception in Astronomy on whether we can see objects as they are right now. We'll be back again next week for another misconception in astronomy. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.